On November 7th, volunteers and organizers gathered at Rock Creek to add upon and continue restoration efforts. Volunteers of all ages were invited to experience the story of Rock Creek, told through 4 hands-on educational stations that highlighted subjects like soil, water quality, fish habitat, and plant care, as well as the challenges areas like this face as our communities develop.
This event is great because it's a bunch of partners coming together with like-minded goals of improving habitat and water quality. It's a full-on sensory experience, and they're learning something new, and they're getting muddy, they're having fun, they are learning about how soil and erosion affects water quality. They're learning how macros are indicators of water quality. They are understanding how we can help maintain these amazing habitats so that we have nature and all this wildlife right in our backyard. They're not just learning, but they're making a difference by being here and participating.
Events like this open doors. I know that when I was a young person, they opened the doors for me. And it is kind of like deja vu, and it's very moving to me to see this. It's particularly important to me because, as many people know, I actually am a biologist, started out in biology, was a research entomologist, and was a biology teacher in high school and junior high. So I love to come out to these projects to see young people being introduced to science, being introduced to applied science, and taking a look at how they can become individuals who help protect our environment and our watersheds.
What makes Rock Creek even more significant has to do with the ongoing study of its water quality before and after the restoration process. High school students in the area have even contributed data to the project by keeping track of macro and vertebrate populations and using them as an indicator of the overall health of the stream.
The really cool thing about this site is that it started out no good. The insects that we saw at first were, scuds and isopods, flatworms, the really, really tolerant species. But we're actually seeing stoneflies now, all sorts of different kinds of stoneflies. And so that's the really, really, wonderful thing about this site in particular is that it's rebounded so well. The kids especially get this wonderful opportunity to put themselves in a new context, They get to see how they involve themselves in the community. They get to be a part of a major data set. And that's why this place is so special.
This site here, as we like to say, it's an anchor site. So it's a very important site in the watershed that we want to protect as a stronghold. The recipe we use at this site, which is control invasives, improve habitat, plant streamside vegetation, and monitor and maintain, we use that same recipe throughout in Mount Scott Creek, in Kellogg Creek, in the Tualatin watershed. So this site is like many of the sites that we're working on throughout this community. Plants and animals have evolved over thousands of years to live in the type of habitat that's provided here. And so when we come in and we develop those lands, whether it's for forestry or farming or whether it's for homes and businesses, we bring change to those communities. And so our challenge is to make sure that that change is slow and that it happens in a way that we maintain healthy water quality and healthy habitat. We like to say at Water Environment Services and throughout the Portland region that the river starts here. That's a slogan that we like to use. And what we're really trying to show people is that their day-to-day practices impact these sites in both positive and negative ways. So at Water Environment Services, we recognize that we can't protect these streams and we can't restore these streams on our own. It's a true community effort.